video will be focused on Bokken with Ken Awase. Ken Awase is an important part of training which prepares us for the kumitachi exercise. So it is important to practice it correctly in pairs and doing a good Awase, the good blending, moving, mirroring with uke. So it isn't action reaction, that will be too late, and it's a very difficult thing to do. It takes years and years of practice to understand a good blending, which also forms a strong Aikido with Taijutsu, because everything that happens with the strikes or any form of attack with a good blending, the Aikido appears very, very powerful and moving of the hips. But I'm also going to emphasize about staying centered. It's always pointing the Ken towards uke. So it's never moving off that line, and it may be so the fit and the Ken centered towards uke. It may be left side or right side, but it will be pointing together, centered. So it's not going to be offline. If you go offline, you create an opening. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you a few things as accurate as possible, with as much information as possible. This is obviously from my heart to show what I know and what I understand. This video is by in no way criticizing any other forms or any other styles of Aikido. I'm merely showing what I understand of Aikido with the Bukiwaza from Mohi Hibo Sato Sensei. So I'm going to demonstrate the Ken Awase. First, the Ken Awase with uke, from uke side. So he comes into Ken no Kame. He'll come forward and attack. With the attempt to hit me. So, Tori side, Ken no Kame. I stepped offline and I have his center, so he missed me. This is a very important principle. It's not stepping offline with a whole body weight to the side, because if uke is really trying on, it should be going to where I'm actually going in. So if Tori moves too much to the side, then very easy for uke to deviate the attack at this point and strike where Tori is coming. The only way to do it is by not shifting your body weight to the side already, but by using your hip placement of the foot, touching gently on the feet, not from the heel. So this is the feeling. So uke thinks he can get me. That's in a sense what is happening here. Matching, he cuts and I cut, but I move my whole body to the side. Now it's a possibility. The second Ken Awase, same exercise. You don't move offline already, stepping sideways, because okay, again, once a Ken is above, it can easily change the direction of the attack to strike where you're going. So we have to do the Awase as real as possible. So in essence, I move my left hip up, which places my left foot to the side without moving my whole body. step offline. The third Ken Awase. Fast, go back. Again, offline. This is a different blending this time. It's not this one. As soon as he raises, you go in. The fourth Ken Awase. Same exercise of going this kind of feeling with the Awase. Step offline, up, get him just under on his forearm. As he raises again, you step offline, up, and you go back into this position. So with your cuts, you're out of line. Then from here, there's more possibilities. You control Uke's neck and Uke's hands down. So if Uke wanted to cut, he's blocked from this position. This tip of the Ken to the tummy, and the rest is holding in that position again. It's a pin onto the elbow, so Uke is stuck. What's important here, you step offline, but you don't release the Ken and go to turn, because when you release the Ken, you release the pressure and Uke can get you at this time, at this moment. So it's important to hold the pressure, hold the pressure, hold the pressure, and strike very swiftly as you turn. So it's a very important point here. Then you can develop to something else. Where you hold Uke back of the head in position, but Ken right to the back of the head, back of the neck. Then there's deep entry from here. Again, hold the pressure, and you go in into his rear. You hit the back of his head. These are possibilities from one single thrust, one single cut made by Uke. Then there's the exercise where we do more cuts in pairs without blending. So we both stand onto Migi Hanni and Ken Awase, and this time Uke will go forward into Yoke Shi, striking the side of the head. So if he's not getting any target, the cut is down to the full, so the cut finishes horizontal. Again, same attempt with the left side, the right side. So this is quite a good exercise, because from here, Tori is forced to step aside, step back. Again, the positioning is with the front foot, the Ken to his center. We're not really thinking of deviating the sword. We're thinking of keeping the center, so we have the ultimate center towards uke. That way we're not giving it away. We've got a strong Aikido, keeping it centered. We always have the edge. So from here, he goes to the side, same attempt, and you finish off with a strong cut, which overpowers uke. Otherwise, uke could be continuously striking and you keep moving back. So for tori, you get this feeling. Is that feeling of going forward to the end? Taking the center of uke. From here now, we've got another form of Ken Awase. We were standing into Nigi Hanni. We're going to move into Hidari Hanni. And the way the sword is pointing is not pointing straight, but at an angle. At an angle, if we come closer, then naturally the bokken will deviate either side. But if we hold the Ken straight and we both go together, we get this mutual kill. Both Kens will go through our thoughts. So there's another small point, small detail right there. So slightly inclined to the side to Hidari Hanni. Same thing. Now for uke, hands onto Hidari Hanni. What happens? We'll go into your community right from here. Tori, Harris, and brush the Ken with the intent of thrusting. But as that happens, uke is not going to stay to receive the blow or the thrust. It's immediately stepping offline to thrust, which forces Tori to move back. So we have a situation, okay? Stand into Hidari Hanni. The attack continues. For Tori's side, from here, change to Hidari Hanni. The attack comes this way, center. The idea is to thrust. So this center capped forces uke to go to the side. Center again, the pointing of the front foot, go with the Ken, and go straight to the side, met with a strong cut, taking the center. I'll do it again. There are a few points quite important actually. Is moving with the hips, so you don't have this feeling of stepping with your legs. You get this feeling when you're thinking of doing a slight move from the front foot before doing the attack. If you lock your front foot in that position, and you do immediate yokominushi from the left side, but without moving your front foot first. You can do it by using your hips. Same thing, you lock your front foot. Suddenly, you actually realize you're moving more your hips than the feet. It makes a big difference. And for Toei, it's the same feeling. So here, you step right there, you adjust the back foot. Another word, you go forward, you lock your front foot, you adjust the back foot, and you do the cut. If you're going back, you adjust the back foot first, and then the back foot becomes the front foot, doing the adjustment. The footwork is quite important, because when you get it right, you move more freely from here. If you don't do that, a lot of little steps. But if you move with the hips, think hips first, and the footwork will be in place naturally. If you haven't got the feeling of this, but more of this, it will be dead hips. You want to avoid dead hips. So the feeling is use your hips. Well, I'd like to think this video has been a bit helpful, showing you what I understand, and I hope it will help with your personal practice and study, learning Aikido during the pandemic situation. Thank you very much for watching.